Okay, so I've parked my Aprilia inside today because we gotta get some work done. I was riding out a little bit and it developed misfire. So we discussed it with some friends and stuff, and because the bike is running really rich right now, it hasn't got a tune yet. So it's probably clogged up the spark plugs and it's probably used up. So today we'll be attempting to do spark plugs, to swap out the spark plugs on the Aprilia. So it's a good thing I went for a ride and emptied out most of the tank on the way back, so hopefully there's not too much left in the tank and I don't have to lift it too high. So things we'll need: the shop manual. Alright, we'll need a couple spark plugs and the little toolkit. And yeah, so let's see how it goes. Now that we have got the tank up, so as we went through, we said first thing we did was take the seat off, take the tail box off. We have to take the side fairings off, so these guys on the side here, this guy and the other side. The left side one has the key entry so that to the box, so we can't really take that off, so we're just going to put this there. Once we have the box, once we've had the gas tank open, just use a little band. We're gonna hold it up and then we get to the air box. So for the air box, now we're just gonna now we have access to one of the plugs. So as we can see here on the rear one, we have a plug here. All right, we're gonna move over to the other side now, and to get to the other plug is inside here. So here, let's get a flashlight actually, and we're back. All right, so what we have here is this is a little box. So we have access now to, we don't have access to the second plug, the front plug, which is over here. So as far as I can see, each head only has a single plug. So the front cylinder plug is inside here. So what we're gonna have to do is get the airbox off, and we're gonna be very careful. I'm gonna try not to disconnect any of the hoses. So what we'll do is we'll take off this bolt and slowly see if there's anything else. If it gets confusing, we will consult the manual. But as you can see, this rear one is actually firing okay, and it's not very black at all actually. So now I'm assuming we can pull the front one out. I'm going to assume that that was totally black. gave up and ended up having to take off the air box. So taking off the air box is not too hard really, because it just goes in here. There's a couple things you would probably need to disconnect. I have already lost a little spring thing which I'm gonna have to look for. But what you really gotta do is, all you gotta do is once you open up the air box, there's a few bolts that bolt into the top of the intake to these guys, these valves here. You take these guys out, and you take a couple of the fuel return, the air returns valves out, like vacuum hoses I guess, and then you do a plug. You take the fuel return that links up to the head here. Make sure you plug everything back in. There'll be another plug that comes out here, but then you can just pull it open and then you got good access to it. I had to do it because the previous guy took this one out. This is the front. This was the front what you call a spark plug, and it's actually not soiled and blacked a little bit, but the reason why it was misfiring was because it wasn't connected. It was twisted open, and that's why I could get enough leverage to get into the plug with the puller, but it wasn't connecting down here because it was mostly disconnected. But since we're in here, we're going to replace with a new one anyway, and then close everything up, and everything should be handy dandy once I find that little spring.